Good evening, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity boys basketball game as the Bellingham Blackhawks take on the hometown Hopkinton Hillers. Hopkinton High School and the TVL is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. Please make sure that your behavior reflects respect towards everyone in attendance. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Blackhawks. Number 1, sophomore Ross Priscilla. Number 2, senior Sean Edwards. Number 24, senior Richard LaRoche. Number 30, sophomore Tyler LaDucer. And number 31, senior Patrick Randazzo. The Blackhawks are coached by TJ Chiappone. And now for the Hopkinton Hillers. At forward, number 20, junior Evan Marazimi. At forward, number 34, junior Cole Deisenroth. At guard, number 3, senior captain Caleb Rayam. At guard, number 10, senior captain Nate Casper. And at guard, number 15, senior captain Nick Paharik. The Hillers are coached by Scotty Mackin, Cheney Gaudette, Chris Banks, and head coach Tom Keene. If you would now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center, as today we have Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity basketball as the 3-3 Hillers take on 3-7 Bellingham. Tom Nappy alongside Steve Spector on the call, and we should have a good TVL battle on our hands today. Bellingham, they have lost number of talented players over the last couple of years. They had a big playoff run in the last full season, which was 2 seasons ago, but they certainly do have some up-and-coming talent, and they have not started off like they would like, but they are looking to try to get the upset win here today. Steve, it should be a fun one out there today.
Sure, I think Bellingham's going to have their hands full tonight. Hillers lost a tough one against Dover Sherborne here. And, Coach Keene has a lot of depth, and he's mixing up his starting lineups. We've done a few games, and he's got different kind of lineups each night. So should be a great game tonight.
We are underway. The Hillers start off with control. 3 from the right side. Knocked down by Caleb Rayam.
That didn't take long.
Certainly didn't. Right off the tip-off pretty much as Bellingham works to their offensive end. With it is Randazzo. He'll feed it out. Now with it is LaRoque. Over to the right side of the perimeter, back to Randazzo. Now LaRoque along the elbow with the jumper, no good. Loose ball collected by Ram.
Good box by Ram.
Here comes Casper driving in.
Drew a lot of contact, no call.
Yeah, I think he certainly should have had a call there.
Yeah.
The ref's letting him play. Maybe a little too much.
We'll see how that goes.
Leducer up to Priscilla. Priscilla with the jumper, no good off the back iron. Hillers get it back, collected by Casper.
Casper's had a great season so far. He's been nominated for Player of the Week at least one time. And
3 ball, no good.
see if Bellingham can contain him tonight. That'll be a key to the game.
Paharic with the miss there as Randazzo works up court. Feeds it back to Priscilla. Bellingham led by head coach TJ Chiappone, who's done a great job with this program. Hillers led by head coach Tom Keene. Up and in goes Pat Randazzo.
Randazzo, tough angle, but had a nice touch to let it fall without using the backboard.
Paharic feeds it in off the window, and drawing the foul is Marizimi. He's heading to the line for a pair.
Marizimi in the last game, he was lighting it up from three-point land, caught fire on a couple of occasions, and he's got 2 shots.
Hits the first.
Decent crowd here tonight, Tom.
Yeah, it certainly is.
I don't know if they've modified the number of people that can come.
Actually, I believe tonight everyone's allowed in.
Oh, I can see. It definitely feels like a bigger crowd tonight.
I think sometimes it depends on the rules of the opposing school.
I see.
And I believe tonight it's open house as Randazzo draws the foul.
That's good. That's good news.
Certainly is. Hopefully we'll see the crowd back to its very full capacity in the very near future. And a foul called on Ram. That's his first, team first for the Hillers. Off the
Oh, that's a
entry.
walk. Looks like a walk to me.
We're going to have a travel.
I was helping the ref there. He traveled before he ran over the Hiller player.
There's Leducer, and I think his mask broke, or he needs to fix it up.
While we have a moment in the game we did the other night, Tom, you know, one of the referees is an old friend of mine from Framingham, like from 40 years ago, and we went to have a couple of adult beverages at start line, and we were talking about the masks, the referees wearing the masks and blowing the whistles. I'll get into that a little bit more, but
I can't imagine it's too fun. Paharic with a nice save
nice
there.
recovery.
Able to scoop it over to Casper. Casper down the lane, up for the shot. No. Battle for it. It squirts out, and Priscilla picks it up. Priscilla around the defender, off the window and in.
It's just a sophomore. That was a heck of a move.
Both teams showing some good hustle to start this game off. Casper with it. Feeds it over to Paharic. Now up top over to Marizimi. Hands it back to Ram. Long 2, no good. And Bellingham has it. Collected by LaRoque. Randazzo feeds it up top to Priscilla. Priscilla trying to put on the moves. Out to the corner to Edwards. Now up top, driving in. Randazzo hits the shot.
It's a heck of a shot. And, you know, Priscilla, number 1 for Bellingham, he's matches the quickness of Nate Casper, which is not easy to do.
Marizimi with a miss there. Driving in now, Casper, and he stepped out. Yeah, Randazzo already with 4 points, couple field goals. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here in these early minutes.
Sure. And Bellingham, you know, 3 and 7. This is a big game for their, just in terms of the overall record. You can either 3 and 8 or 4 and 7. It's a really big difference in terms of the regular season. If they want to kind of get back to close to 500, they're going to need this game tonight, and they certainly have a strong start. Both teams, as you say, feeling things out and getting their legs under them. And I think we're going to have another close game tonight. So far, so good.
Well, we have a moment. Let's take a look at the TVL standings in boys basketball. We'll start off with the TVL large. Norwood is 5-0, Medfield 4-2, Westwood 3-4, Ashland 1-6, Holliston 2-4, Hopkinton 3-3. In the TVL small, you got Norton and Dover Sherborne at 8-1, Bellingham 3-7, Medway 4-4, Millis 1-3, Dedham 4-5. Pretty competitive TVL as expected.
Yeah, Bellingham's historically had some good, strong teams. On a few occasions, outstanding teams, and they always have to have the challenge of the Blackstone Valley Technical School, regional technical school, and some of the talent gets absorbed into that school, and Bellingham High feels the impact of that on occasion.
LaRoque off the entry. Hillers are pressing as Bahar gets a hand on it. Bellingham able to maintain. LaRoque goes behind the back, fakes out the defender, out to the corner, up for three. Dormer can't air ball. And then as Leducer collects the rebound, he draws a foul.
Sam Pantera in the game and picked up his first foul within a few seconds.
On the entry, up top to LaRoque. Now along the wing, Randazzo. Around the horn they go. Priscilla back up top. Long three, no good. Well, LaRoque had a nice look, but didn't quite get the distance he wanted on that shot. Casper takes it up. Down the lane, feeds it out. Barak thought about it, gives it up to Schnorr. Up top, Hyman. Now Pantera squirts it out to Casper, up for three, count it.
I think he stepped in the line, but great shot. Nice step right into it.
Actually, you're right, they did give him a two, long two. And now we're going to have a foul here as Priscilla draws some contact.
I think it's on Casper. He was triple teamed, and Casper got a little anxious there.
On the entry is Leducer. Tapped out of bounds by Pantera. That was the first foul of the game for Casper, team third. And Pantera contesting once again. Take three. Into Dormercant.
Ooh, there's a steal.
Stolen away. Casper on a break. Up and in.
Thievery by Nate Casper.
Good steal there as the Hillers going to continue putting the pressure on. Priscilla with it, working against Hyman. Along the far side, takes it down.
Wow.
I'd say that was a carry and a half.
Oh, he called a foul.
Oh, there's going to be a foul.
24.
I don't know. I thought the carry might have come a little before the foul, but Bellingham will take it.
Fatahi with the foul, his first. Already four fouls on the Hillers to one for Bellingham.
On the entry, now to the corner. Priscilla for three. Got it.
Wow, he's a good player. We'll have to keep an eye on him tonight. Not that we can do anything about it, but he looks like a good player from here.
Ross Priscilla, sophomore already with 5 points. Hyman into Pantera. Pantera up, no good. It falls out. Bellingham has it, collected by Leducer. Knotted up at 9 apiece. Priscilla feeds it over to Randazzo. Randazzo over to the left block, up for the shot. Leducer, no good. Collected by Casper. Casper over to Pantera, up, no good. Put back.
And one.
Is going to be a foul. Fatahi was hoping for the and one there. Shot just a little off the mark.
Sam Pantera trying to, some of the earlier games this year, he's hardly missed any of those bunnies underneath. That wasn't exactly a bunny because it was contested, but Fatahi coming in to clean it up and thought his shot was going to go down, kind of went in and out, and he's got 2 shots, just missed the first one. Free throws, they always count. First quarter or the last quarter, And if you miss them early, they come back to haunt you later. So.
Yep. Whenever it's a close game, they make all the difference. You always look back at the scorebook and look at who hit the free throws and who missed them. Fatahi on the second. Got it. Hillers 3 for 4 from the line so far tonight. Once again on the press are the Hillers. Priscilla over to LaRoque. Priscilla, 2 defenders around, back to LaRoque. Driving in, Priscilla. Now to the corner, wide open look. No good on the 3 is Dormercant. And here comes Hopkinton. Hyman with it. Feeds it back to Schnorr.
Oh, he's
pump fake and draws contact. They're going to get, I believe, Dormercant here with the foul.
Good move by Schnorr. I thought he was going to go up for the shot. Would have probably got a 2-shot foul there, but he backed out of that, and it's just a regular foul without any shots.
First foul on Jeremiah Dormercant. Nice pass over to Fatahi. Can't finish. He's having a little bit of trouble so far tonight from the low post. Priscilla.
Great ball handling skills.
Certainly is. From the corner, no good. Bellingham a rebound. LaRoque feeds it over Dormercant. Puts it up, rejected by Fatahi. Bellingham maintains possession. You got both Dormercants out there, Cameron and Jeremiah. Priscilla over to Dormercant, and Jeremiah draws the foul.
It's Fatahi, I think, is his second foul.
You are indeed correct.
Yeah. See if Coach Keene makes a move there.
Dormercant on the entry. Priscilla takes it down. Looks like we're going to have another foul here.
Jeez, a lot of fouls on the Hillers early. 6 fouls already with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Bellingham is going to be in the bonus section, bonus for the rest of the first half, and there's a whole lot of time for that. So we'll see what kind of an impact that's going to have.
And it's not a great spot to be in if you're the Hillers. Dasha Dormercant with it. Feeds it back over to LaRoque. Dasha. And now up top, Priscilla. And it is going to be batted down and taken away by the Hillers. Nice steal there. And driving in, Schnorr up and in.
Oof. I think he took a bus on that one, but the refs didn't call it. It was quite a few extra steps there, but the Bellingham folks were not happy about that non-call.
Off of Schnorr and out of play. Bellingham inbound with 1 minute left to go in this first quarter. Jeremiah Dormercant on the entry. He goes backcourt to his brother Dasha Dormercant. Dasha feeds it over to McDonald. Up top to Dormercant.
Tight D by the Hillers.
Now to McDonald.
It's 5 seconds on the shot.
Feeds it to the wing to LaRoque, and we get a foul.
Kind of bailed Bellingham out with that foul. There's only 3 or 4 seconds left in the shot clock, and now it's a 1-and-1.
It's going to be on Casper. That's his second.
The other aspect of this Hillers being in the penalty so early is it makes for a longer night for us. Not that I have places to go. Well, at least my wife thinks I do. But
yeah, we might have to give you some overtime pay.
Yeah. I'll have to negotiate that with Mr. Tarosian.
LaRoque misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and the Hillers have it.
Easy.
Schnorr with it, and he falls to the ground, able to get it over to Pantera. Pantera up to the wing, over to Iannelli. And now up top, launching a long 2 and knocking it down, Marazimi. And they're going to give him 3 there.
Yeah,
He's just behind the line.
He can heat up quick. Streaky shooter, and right now he's on.
LaRoque back to Dormercant. Now Jeremiah. Back to McDonald. Now Dasha. Driving in and drew the foul. I thought he might have taken a couple steps there.
Yeah.
He is at the line for a 1-and-1.
Not the easiest job. We have a lot easier job than the refs, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Distinguishing a lot of calls. I'd say there's never going to be a perfect game. I think they missed a couple tonight, but for the most part, these guys and all the refs in the league here do an excellent job.
When you get those games, both teams are hustling around. There's a lot of pressing and could get crazy out there as Dasha hits the second of 2. 5-point game, long 3, no good at the buzzer by Iannelli. After 1 quarter of play, it's the Hopkinton Hillers 15, the Bellingham Blackhawks 10. And we have a good back and forth battle going on here so far in this game.
Yep. Iannelli is trying to launch a end of the quarter. It wasn't quite a half-court shot, but it reminded me of her sister. His sister from the other night in the girls' game where Jessie Iannelli launched one from about half-court and went down after the first quarter. So I think the sister has the bragging rights on those types of shots in the last week. Both are really great players, and you can say it's a basketball family type of thing. But so far, Hillers are looking pretty strong, 15-10. And Bellingham certainly has a lot of talent. And so far, I'm mostly impressed with Ross Priscilla, their sophomore point guard, number 1, is equally, if not quicker than, I don't know if he was quite quicker than Nate Casper, but they haven't really been covering each other. I'd love to see that matchup. And, Priscilla, really strong ball handler and only a sophomore. So the rest of the Tri-Valley is going to need to deal with him for the next few years.
Oh, you're just about ready for the second quarter. Hillers scoring total so far, Caleb Rayam with 3, Nate Casper with 4, Evan Marazzini with 5, Karosh Fatahi with 1, Owen Schnorr with 2. For Bellingham, Ross Priscilla with 5, Dasha Dormerkant with 1, and Randazzo with 4. Priscilla with it. Feeds it over to the wing. Driving in Leducer. And now up top for the 3, no good by Priscilla, and the Hillers have it. Iannelli. Hillers going to work it around the perimeter along the corner. That's Desenroth. Now up to Iannelli. Now to Marazzini driving in. Kicks it out to Iannelli, up for 3. No good. Pantera with the rebound. Around the defender and 1.
That's the way Sam can operate down low when he pulled out his old Kevin McHale repertoire on that move with a ball fake, got both Bellingham players in the air, then went up and drew the contact and hit the shot.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to get Sam Pantera involved in that low post. He could really take over a game. And he hits the and 1. An 8-point Hillers lead as they continue with the press. Edwards with it, gets it back to Priscilla. Now along the near side, Leducer. Leducer surrounded by defenders, just able to get it out.
Nice.
Tapped over to Dasha, up for 3, no good. And it's collected by Paharik, and now Paharik gets tangled up, and we're going to have a jump ball call. Paharik and Sean Edwards getting tied up. It'll go Hillers' way.
Bodies flying everywhere there. Really nice tip pass by Priscilla to recover a loose ball. Some great athletic ability out there tonight.
A lot of intensity in this game so far by both sides. Desenroth trying to get it over to Pantera. It's knocked away, and Bellingham has it. Taking it up is Dormerkant. Now over to Priscilla. Up for the jumper. No. And Desenroth collects, and then he gets wrapped up with Edwards. I believe it's going to stay with the Hillers, and it will.
Sean Edwards, senior for Bellingham. If I had to make a guess if he played any other sports, it's probably football. Physical player.
Certainly is.
Or the shot put in the spring. I don't know. But one of those two.
Iannelli goes between the legs, trying to work past the defender. Up to Pantera, now to the corner, Paharik.
Oh, too bad.
Trying to feed it out, loose ball. Priscilla dives on it. And I think Bellingham did call the timeout.
Yep.
Smart move there.
right in front of the coach. Saw his player, I think it was Priscilla, kind of in a tough spot. And with an 8-point deficit, not a bad time to gather his troops together and see if they can get the train running in the right direction for Bellingham. Bellingham Blackhawks.
Yeah, they've been a very competitive basketball program over the last few years. We've had some great teams as of late. We have a whole slew of Hiller sports coming up throughout the week here on HCAM. Tomorrow night, we'll be over at the New England Sports Center as Hiller boys hockey will take on Bellingham, an 8 p.m. face-off for that one tomorrow night. Then on Thursday, we'll have Hiller Alpine Ski at 6:30 p.m. And then Friday, we'll be back here at the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center for girls basketball against Norton. That's a big TVL game there. That Varsity game will tip off at 6:30. And then on Saturday, Hiller swimming against Medfield at 5 p.m. And we just got word that girls hockey scheduled for Saturday has been postponed to a date to be determined. So no girls hockey this coming Saturday. And girls basketball also in action Sunday against Holliston, a 3 p.m. tip-off for that game. Priscilla with it. Feeds it over to the far side,
nice.
And now a nice feed into the lane, and Randazzo able to finish.
Nice play by Bellingham coming out of a timeout, working for a good shot, and got an easy layup on that.
Paharic over to Pantera. Pantera with the bucket.
Yeah, as we've said in a couple other games, Tom, the Hillers definitely have a height advantage, and as the game gets along, that could prove to be, there's a nice play again.
Dormerkamp with a nice feed over to Leducer, who puts it up and in.
That's the risk you take when you have a full court press and doesn't go well. You can give up a layup like that, and that's 2 quick layups they've given up.
And I think one of the other things that makes this game so competitive, both teams have great height as Pantera draws a foul.
Yeah, Pantera definitely more active in this game tonight.
5 points so far for the sophomore.
Coach Keene with a ton of depth. It's tough to manage. He's got, full bench, and he's playing about 10 players.
It's the first of 2.
It's a good problem to have, I guess, but it does present, challenges as to how to spread the playing time around, and I guess sometimes it's a matter of who you're playing against, and that drives the decision who starts and plays down crunch time.
Coach Key knows what he's doing. No good on the second shot. He has some experience. Pantera puts it up
He's
and
got a
in.
little experience, I'm sure, yes.
Priscilla with it. Feeds it up court. Nice pass to Dormerkamp down the lane, and going to draw the foul. Bucket will not count.
Kind of accidental. That wasn't intentional.
That's the second on Rayam.
1-and-1 bonus. Next foul on the Hillers is going to be a double bonus. So
Jeremiah Dormerkamp trying to get into the scorebooks for the first time tonight. On the front end, no good. Tapped in the air, and it's knocked back to Priscilla off the hand of Desenroth.
he just lost it.
Yeah, he lost it. Taken away. Here comes Desenroth. Over to the corner, up for 3. Marizimi, no good. Rattles out, collected by LaRoque.
Nice rebound by LaRoque. Boxing out.
Priscilla kicks it back out. Over to the wing now to Randazzo. Down to the right wing, LaRoque driving in. Pass the defender off the window, a little too high. Marizimi collects. Feeds it over to Casper. Now Marizimi takes it down lane, kicks it out to Rayam. Rayam for 3, no good.
Oh, nice.
And Marizimi with the rebound, goes up and in with the reverse.
Smooth. You saw that happening in real time, and you could see the up and under move happening, and a really slick move by Marizimi. He's starting to rack up some points.
And the Hillers starting to pull away a little bit, up by 11. And they've gotten some good scoring going in the last couple of minutes, in large part because of Sam Pantera and Evan Marizimi chipping in. Marizimi already with 7 points for the Hillers. Pantera has 8. They are the team leaders up to this point. But looking at this Hillers team and the games we've seen so far, it's really it's been all about a team effort for this group. They're not one of those teams that has the 1 or 2 big players. Any given night, it's usually going to be 4 or 5 guys chipping in.
No question, and we've had a handful of players, catch some heat up hitting the 3-point shots, and Caleb Rahim on the last game, as I recall, hit like 2 or 3 in a row in a short period of time, and we've seen Marazimi get hot with the 3-pointers, and Pantera, he's more of the down low guy, and he's got some he's got his mojo going tonight so far.
Silla over to Randazzo. Randazzo surrounded by defenders. Hiller's doing a nice job at trapping in this game. Randazzo long 2, no good. Collected by Desideroff. Here comes Casper. Down the lane, trying to feed it over to Fatahi. It's punched out of bounds off of Blackhawk.
Casper, fortunate there. He kind of got himself hung up in the air and didn't have a place to go and lost it, but it went off a Bellingham player, so 23 seconds left on the shot clock.
Fatahi over to Desideroff. Now underneath, Casper trying to go up, draws contact. We're going to get LaRoque with the foul.
Coach Chapone not in agreement with that call.
Excuse me, they got Randazzo with the foul. There was definitely some contact there. First of 2, got it. Nate Casper with a quiet 5 points so far tonight.
If they've contained, kudos to Bellingham. They've got him contained pretty well so far, but as we've seen, Tom, these things can change, and the momentum swings both ways, but Casper with two freebies, extending the lead to 13 points. 4 minutes left in the half.
Priscilla feeds it up over to LaRoque, and now to the corner, up for 3, no good. A loose ball, Hillers have it, and drawing contact is going to be Casper. Hillers are in the bonus. There's Leducer on the missed shot with the foul, Jeremiah Dormerkamp.
I started to say earlier, Tom, when I had an opportunity to grab a bite to eat with one of the refs from the last game after the game, and we were talking about the challenges of refereeing games in general, but then you factor in the COVID situation, and they have to wear masks, but then they have to blow whistles with a mask. You don't even think I didn't even think about the whistle, having to blow whistles, and they have it like attached inside their masks and things, and it's just really hot and sweaty like the players, and they some of the players have their masks hanging a little bit more freely than the refs, but it's definitely not an easy part of the job.
Certainly isn't, as Casper does hit both ends of the 1-and-1. Well, a lot of the officials during soccer, they use the electric whistles. Not quite sure if any of the basketball refs using those, as LaRoque misses the long 2. It'll go out of bounds. It will stay with Bellingham.
For example, there was a play the last game where one of the refs, he blew his whistle, but nobody heard it. And then my buddy blew his whistle, and that's a nice 3-point.
Priscilla knocks it down. Ross Priscilla with his second 3 of the game. He has 8 points.
In any event, we appreciate the refs, so they do a great job, and it's a little more challenging with the situation with COVID. But
Casper gets it over to the wing to Schnorr, and now on the interior, Fatahi, and we're going to have a moving violation.
It's a 3-second.
It'll be Bellingham ball with 3:13 left to go. 12-point Hiller lead. Priscilla. Hiller's backing off the press for the moment as he fires it over to Randazzo. Now up along the perimeter, Leducer, and it's taken away. Schnorr over to Marazimi. Marazimi spins around the defender over to Fatahi. A nice feed. Fatahi up with a fadeaway, draws the foul.
Richard LaRoche with the foul there. on Fatahi. He's got 2 shots, and both teams are in a double bonus now on next fouls.
Already the 3rd foul for Richard LaRoche. He'll have to be careful. He's going to come out right now.
Senior captain, they need him. That's a lot of fouls. He'll probably be sitting until the 3rd quarter at this point.
Troy Simpson into the game for Bellingham. No good by Fatahi. Along the far side, Priscilla feeds it over. Randazzo back to Priscilla. Randazzo along the elbow. Kicks it out to Dasha. Now back up top. Randazzo over the corner. And launching the 3, no good is Simpson. And it's collected by Marazimi. Up to Fatahi. Fatahi lost it, able to regather.
Ooh, almost a travel.
Feeds it out. Marazimi spins around the defender up with the underhand. Was looking for the foul call, but won't get it. It'll stay with the Hillers. They're going to call it out off of Bellingham.
I think that was a bit of a hometown call there. I'm not suggesting anything, but it looked like it went off of the Hiller. But we'll take it.
I think there was a little touch there.
Yeah.
Underneath, up and in, Casper.
Casper starting to heat up a little bit.
Priscilla.
Oh.
And it's taken away by Schnorr. With it now, Paharik. Feeds it back to Casper. Paharik now. Over to Marazimi. Marazimi up. Off the window, no good. And we're going to have an offensive charge.
Good defense by Ross Priscilla there. Took one for the team. He got run over by Marazimi. Good call by the refs on that one.
On the entry, Randazzo. Under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Priscilla coming in from the far side, up for the long 2. It'll rattle out. And it'll go with the Hillers as Paharik lets it go out of bounds.
Hillers falling into a 2-3 zone. I guess they're a man-to-man.
Schnorr trying to get it into Pantera. It's knocked away, taken by McDonald. Here comes Priscilla.
Nice.
Feeds it to the block, up and in, plus the foul goes Troy Simpson. No, they're going to wave it off. Travel.
Good dish by Priscilla. The number 15, Troy Simpson, just took a couple baby steps there right in front of the ref.
Casper feeds it out. And now back out to Marazimi. Launches the 3 off the top of the hoop. I think technically that should have been out of play as Marazimi will put it in on the putback.
And I think the Bellingham coaches, he's got his, I can't believe that he didn't call that look on his face.
Yeah, when it hits the top of the hoop, that's out of play. No doubt about that one. Marazimi feeds it up over to Paharik. Paharik with the fake, the shot, no. Secondary shot, no, it'll rattle out. And we're going to have a foul now. I believe it's going to be against the Hillers.
Paharik would love to have at least one of those 2 back.
They're going to get Pantera with his second.
That'll be a 2-shot foul, I believe.
Yep, double bonus time. At the line, it is Troy Simpson. First one, no good.
16-point lead for the Hillers. 46 seconds left in the half.
Second free throw falls short. It is collected by Bellingham as Ladouce are able to wrap it up. Now with it, Randazzo. Feeds it over to the wing. Bellingham trying to work their way into the interior. Simpson kicks it back out. And now Priscilla. Priscilla going to draw some contact.
Nick Paharik looks like took him down on that one. And 2 shots. Give Bellingham some credit there. They're trying to hang with the Hillers. They've got an uphill battle here, down 16.
First to 2, no good by Priscilla.
Bellingham, I'm not sure what stats you're keeping there for the free throws, but they've missed a bunch. That's my official stat for the free throws. They've missed a lot.
They're 1 for 5, now 2 for 6. Certainly, they're going to need to hit a better percentage of free throws than they have so far, that's for sure. Casper will take it up slowly. Final seconds of this first half. Casper going to let the clock run down.
Oh, that's a foul on I think Marazimi cleared out. Didn't really stop. He just ran into the Bellingham player. And he set a pick, but he never stopped. He just ran him over, basically. A non-shooting foul.
It's going to be his second. Here comes Priscilla. Feeds it over to the corner.
3 seconds. Got to shoot it.
Up at the buzzer, no good, and that'll do it for the first half. After 2 quarters of play, it's the Hopkinton Hillers 33, the Bellingham Blackhawks 18. The Hillers outscored Bellingham in the second quarter 18-8. And Bellingham, they just went ice cold in those last few minutes of the second quarter, Steve.
They did, and I think they're going to have their hands full. I think there's a bit of a fork in the road with this game here. The beginning of the third quarter is going to tell a lot of the story, whether Bellingham can kind of hang with the Hillers. And I would say I'm not going to make any bold predictions, but the Hillers are in a really good spot here to get their record to 4-3, but they have to come back out of the locker room and do everything, do the right thing. So Coach Keene doing a good job moving bodies in and out. A lot of fouls in that first half. Good job by the refs, but hopefully we'll have a competitive second half and we'll be able to do our job up here.
All right, well, at the halftime break, Hillers 33, Bellingham 18. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Basketball on HCAM. And welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. As we enter the second half, it is a 33-18 lead for the Hillers. Let's take a look at the first half scoring totals. We'll start off with Hopkinton. Caleb Graham with 3, Nate Casper with 10, Evan Marazimi has 9, Karosh Fatahi with 1, Owen Schnorr with 2, and Sam Pantera with 8 points. For Bellingham, Ross Priscilla has 9, Dasha Dormercant with 1, Tyler Leducer with 2, and Pat Randazzo with 6 points.
Yeah, the Bellingham, again, an uphill battle in the second half. They're going to have to come out flying, and if the Hillers can contain Priscilla, that's going to be a key to the second half for them.
Tom Nappy, Steve Spector on the call as we start the second half.
Oh, double dribble.
Hillers working right to left, and up and in goes Evan Marazimi.
I think, again, I'm just 15 seconds into the first half. I think the refs missed a call there. It's like an obvious double dribble. They let it go.
Randazzo. And stolen away by Rahim as he fires it up. And what do we have here? It's going to go back to Bellingham.
Paharik had a lot of body contact there. No call there. But I guess.
I'm not sure what the call is. Moving violation, I'm assuming.
Yep. Travel. Mary Arnaud on the camera and also supporting the play-by-play announcers. We appreciate Mary, period, but especially on that play.
She has better eyes than us.
Yep.
Randazzo gets it over to LaRoque. Back to Randazzo, now Priscilla. Randazzo kicks it out, LaRoque. Randazzo for 3. No. And it's collected by Marazimi. Here comes Casper. Fires it out, up for 3, Raham. That's no good. And it's collected by LaRoque. Taking it up, Priscilla. Spins around the defender, up with the underhand, count it.
Smooth move there.
Along the far side, Casper. Ooh, off of Desenroth and out of play. It was a good effort by Paharik, but couldn't quite get there in time.
Had his toe on the line. Ref's got that one right.
LaRocca on the entry. Priscilla takes it up. Hiller's backing off the press for now.
Zachary Hyman trying to contain Priscilla. He's got his hands full. He's doing a good job, though.
Priscilla over the corner. Randazzo along the baseline. Lost it, kicks it out. Back to Priscilla.
Shot clock winding down.
Priscilla surrounded by defenders. Nearly lost it up for the shot. No good. And it's collected by Casper. Casper takes it up. Down the lane around the defender, draws the foul.
Casper took one for the team right in the nugget.
It's going to be the third foul on Sean Edwards.
Yeah, definitely nice to see some fans in the stands. The last few games with the COVID situation we've had, if there's 40 or 50 people in the stands, that was about it. And tonight we have a whole lot more than that tonight, so it's good to see. Hopefully we'll be able to get through this little speed bump in the road. And
but everybody's following the guidelines, so it's all good. On the second of two, count it. 12 points on the night for Nate Casper so far. Taking it up is Dasha. Feeds it over to Leducer. Now back up top. With it is LaRocque. Leducer hands it back to Randazzo. Now along the near side, Dasha driving in around the defender. Got it.
Nice play.
Well, Bellingham being more aggressive and charging towards the bucket, and so far it's paying off. Hyman gets it over the corner. Fed out by Paharik. Casper kicks it out. Marazimi for three, knocks it down.
Got a nice stroke, man. Beautiful rotation on that. Oh!
Reducer gets tangled up with Marazimi. Good hustle. Jump ball call. It'll stay with Bellingham.
Marazimi having a heck of a game, and that was a quick whistle. It could have been a steal. The refs called a jump ball, of course, but it's nevertheless a good play by Marazimi.
Yeah, he certainly is having a good game. 14 points for Marazimi. There's a three. No good. Loose ball, and the Hillers have it. Collected by Hyman. Now with it, Casper driving down and able to get it to Desenroth off a defender's hand, but he's called for the travel.
It was such a good move that faked the Bellingham player up, but the travel kind of negated that beautiful move.
Dormercant takes it up. Dasha feeds it over to Leducer. Now to the wing to LaRocque, up for three, no good. And a battle for it, collecting is Casper, able to get it up to Marazimi.
Nice recovery.
Marazimi to Desenroth. Desenroth, long two, got it.
Ooh. Smooth, man. Another nice outside shooting by the Hillers, starting to light it up by 20 points now.
Dormercant lost it. And we're going to have a foul.
Wholesale changes here for the Hillers.
They're going to get Hyman with his second.
Eisenroth, good hustle by Cole, and hits the nice shot before he comes out for a breather.
Leducer gets it over the wing, and it's taken away. Fed up over to Casper. Casper can't finish. Rebound by Dasha. Over to Dormercant, now along the wing, Leducer. Dasha. Dasha off the pick and roll, takes it down, feeds it over the corner. Now along the wing, Priscilla. And we're going to have a call here against the Hillers. It's going to be the third foul of the game on Nate Casper.
Have to keep an eye on that. Coach Keene leaving him in. Nice
Good block underneath by Pantera. Graham Feeds it over to Pantera. Pantera around the defender, can't finish. Grabs his own rebound, puts it back, count it.
Good second effort by Sam.
Pantera having a good night with 10 points. Behind the back goes Priscilla down the lane around the defender, can't finish. Collected by Marazimi. Over to Schnorr. Marazimi finds Casper. Takes it in.
Oh, nice
Nice
dish.
feed of Pantera. No good on the shot. Bellingham ball. It's pulled down by LaRoque. Priscilla with it. Priscilla steps back, gets it over to LaRoque. Now along the near side coming in, Leducer. Dasha. Driving down, 2 defenders in front of him. Got the shot off, but no good. And now a long pass to Casper, and Casper takes it to the rack.
Nice finish, and all of a sudden it's a ballooning lead for the Hillers, up 24 points after being up 15 at the half. So Coach Chapone of Bellingham is trying to regroup his troops. I don't know if he's got the arsenal to deal with the Hillers, and I don't know if they have the answer for the collective team.
The Hillers just on fire right now from the field. We want to remind you to tune in this Wednesday at 7 p.m. for a brand new edition of the Hopkinton Hangout Hour. We'll have Hopkinton book author Nanette Kenrick on, as well as Health Director Sean McAuliffe for an update on the COVID situation. That's on this Wednesday's Hopkinton Hangout Hour, starting at 7 p.m.
We want to give a shout out to our HCAM crew tonight. Our director, Rowan Scott, sophomore at Hopkinton High, doing a great job. Doing the cameras tonight, John Ritz, Andy Ritz, and Mary Arnott. And Mike Tiger Tarosian producing tonight. We appreciate.
Is he producing or taking a nap somewhere? No.
Ooh, that was an unsolicited feedback from Tom.
He's working hard. I'm just kidding. Full court pressure by the Hillers. Randazzo with it.
Tough crowd around here.
Randazzo feeds it over to LaRoque. LaRoque drives down over to Randazzo in the corner, and he knocks it down.
Nice shot.
Strikes from three-point land, a well-needed bucket by Bellingham. Hillers trying to respond. Along the wing is Schnorr. Over to Rayham. Back to Schnorr. Into Pantera. Round the defender. Count it.
Yeah, if Sam gets, well, he's already got it going, but they don't really have an answer for that situation tonight.
Pantera down low has been almost unstoppable.
Ooh, nice play.
As Jeremiah Dormerkamp knocks down a nice jumper.
Pantera is calling for the ball again.
Ooh, I think there was a little contact there. They let it go. We play on.
Oh, nice steal by
Pantera trying to take it back and was trying to swipe it out. Dormerkamp got in the way. And that is going to go off the hand of Jeremiah Dormerkamp and out of play. Hillers ball.
Good hustle. Both teams diving for the balls. Bodies flying everywhere. Unfortunate. Oh, look out.
Trying to sneak in was Randazzo. Iannelli with it. Over to Ram. Now up top. Fatahi, no good. And collected by Dormerkamp. Jeremiah takes it down, up with the left hand. Good block by Fatahi.
Hillers have so much depth, and just looking at the bench over at Bellingham, they have a few bench players that are certainly doing whatever they can, but the Hillers there's a lot to deal with for Bellingham. Oh, nice shot right there.
Knocking it down from the corner, Dasha Dormerkamp. That was a three. Bellingham within 18.
2 consecutive threes will do that. They're down by 24, now 18.
Iannelli. Over to Ram, and we got a moving violation. LaRoque on the entry. Dasha calls it out. Feeds it over to Leducer. Now to Edwards in the key. Up for the shot off the glass, no good. Loose ball collected by Schnorr. Schnorr to Pantera. Pantera to the hoop and in.
Pantera starting to pile up the points.
Certainly is. Randazzo along the baseline,
Looks
up
like a
for
walk.
the shot, and it is waved off, but he did draw contact.
Iannelli with a foul there. I thought it was a travel, but 20-point lead. I'm not going to start complaining up here in the perch on a.
Second foul of the game by Jack Canelli. Jeremiah Dormercan on the entry. Over to Dasha. Now Leducer.
Oh.
Ooh, nearly taken away. Randazzo gets it back up towards LaRoque. It got away from him, and Graham trying to take it. It went off his hand out of bounds.
He's one step ahead of himself there. Hiller's dropping back into his zone, but it's an aggressive zone, and it created a potential turnover, and they got it, and then unfortunately ball bounced off of Caleb's foot.
Dormercan takes it up.
Third quarter winding down here.
Leducer. Travel. Hiller ball. Entry is in to Schnorr. Schnorr over to Iannelli.
Schnorr handles, for a big guy, he handles the ball pretty well.
Iannelli gets around the defender, feeds it out. Dessenroth on the shot. Nearly had the and one, but will go to the line. We'll get Dasha Dormercant with the contact.
I don't think Dasha agreed with that call.
It's his first.
Cole had a nice kind of contoured, just kind of maneuvered his body to create the shot. Almost went down. Got a feel for the Bellingham. They're just playing their hearts out here. But they don't have the guns to keep up, at least so far.
Second and 2, got it. Cole Dessenroth, 4 points on the night.
Oh.
And now we have a steal. Iannelli picks it off, takes it up the lane and in. That'll get the crowd going right at the end of the quarter. Jack Iannelli with a brilliant steal, able to finish. And the Hillers lead it 54-30 after 3 quarters of play. Man, did the Hillers come out of the halftime locker room ready to go.
Wow, they certainly did. 21-12 on that third quarter. And icing on the cake, if you're a Hillers fan, is Iannelli with a steal and a beautiful layup. And if you're Bellingham, that's a backbreaker. They were hoping to, grab an easy bucket. They had a Bellingham player way down there, and Iannelli anticipated the pass beautifully, jumped up, almost like a defensive back, and not only tipped the ball, he grabbed it and just made a heck of a play.
Yeah, the Patriots could probably use him.
The Patriots defensive backs didn't have a good game, and the Patriots defense didn't have a good game. When the Bills didn't have any punts in the whole game, that's not a good sign. But
no, it's certainly not. By the way, if you want to hear more about the Patriots and the NFL, you can tune in to HCAM Sports Talk, brand new edition premiering tomorrow at 2 p.m. on our YouTube page as well as HCAM TV. That's HCAM Sports Talk, airing every Wednesday at 2 p.m. and various times throughout the week.
Well, Hiller's looking strong here, and it'll take a minor miracle or a major miracle if you want to be honest, for Bellingham to recover from that third quarter. Hiller's extending the lead to 24 points.
Start of the fourth quarter as Casper were going to try to work the defender. Casper trying to put on the moves. Over to Fatahi. Down the lane, up, count it.
Good body control on that. Bellingham doesn't really have an answer for for some of the collective height that the Hillers are providing tonight. It looked like a walk to me.
Travel. LaRoe took one step too many. Hiller ball.
A little out of control there, but at this point in the game, Bellingham's a little desperate, and clock's winding down. But they're playing the string out, no question about it.
Casper feeds it over to Iannelli. Now up top, back to Casper. Driving down around the defender, up with the left hand. No good. Dessenroth able to collect the rebound, draws a foul, and he landed on Troy Simpson, who appears to be okay, fortunately.
Yeah, he took one for the team there, as they say.
They actually get Troy with the foul. That's his first.
It's almost unfair. He got pummeled.
You get the foul called on you, and you get trampled.
0 for 2 on that.
Underneath, up and in, Casper. The Hillers up big on Bellingham. Dasha calls it out. Feeds it over to Simpson. I think this Bellingham team, though, has some good young talent to develop, as we're going to have a steal here. Paharic feeds it up. Casper to the hoop. Count it.
I think a timeout here from Bellingham. I don't know what magical, inspirational speech he has for the timeout, but when you're down by 30 points, at this point you just want to try to,
just kind of hoping for a bit of a momentum shift.
Possession, one possession at a time, and work for a good shot and try to, it's an insurmountable lead effectively. I mean, you and I, we can start talking about 1970s sitcoms if we want to kind of pass the time, but we won't do that. Maybe some of the past announcers here, like Mike Prade and Pat Mahan, and maybe even Mike Tarosian would have. Well, we're going to skip like the Brady Bunch trivia and Gilligan's Island trivia. I'm not going to get into that right here, but I could.
Well, you're scoring leaders for the Hillers. We can talk about scoring leaders.
Thank you. Why don't you take over from that?
Nate Casper, 18 points. Sam Pantera has 14. Also, Evan Marazimi has 14 points as well, having a nice game. Good team effort by the Hillers tonight as they look to get above the 500 mark. They'll go 4-3 after today's game. Unless there's some crazy comeback. But
yeah. Well, what's good now is you can see with a whole bunch of time left, with a 30-point lead, it gives the opportunity for Coach Keene to go deeper into the bench, and he's got some new players in the game, haven't been in the game for a while. So,
especially this particular team, everybody gets into the game. It's such a well-rounded team. A lot of talent throughout the roster. And did he dribble out of bounds? Oh, we have a foul.
Matt Kaufman with a foul. Senior forward. I think it was a foul on him. Yeah, there it is.
It's his first, team fourth.
And what happens, Tom, when all the players get in the game, it makes the practices a little more fun knowing that they got a lot of, some decent playing time.
Kaufman with the rebound off the missed three ball. Engel Chatton takes it up. Over to Carson. Around the horn they go. Three from the corner. No good by Engel Chatton. It'll go Bellingham's way. Dormercant takes it up. Hiller boys will next be on the road in Norton on Friday. Take on a good Lancers team. That shot no good by Dormercant. Out of bounds it goes.
And Norton's got a good record, right?
I believe so.
They're like 8-1 or something.
Yes, they are towards the top, I believe. Dormercant on the entry. Threw me in the fire there, Steve. Up for three.
Ooh.
No good.
Well, I remember
Dormercant.
you said it. I don't remember much, but I remember you mentioned they were 8-1 earlier tonight. So
we'll go with that.
Yep.
Ivan feeds it over to the corner. And now with it is Kaufman. Back to Hyman. He's trying to sneak it underneath to Engel Chatton. It's taken away. We'll be here on Friday as the Hiller girls take on Norton. I know the Norton girls 4-3. Hiller's looking to get back in the win column after a tough loss on Sunday against Norwood. Cam McDonald with a bucket there.
Nice ball movement by Bellingham.
Hyman feeds it over to the corner. Up for three, no good. Engel Chatton with the rebound, puts it back. That's no good. Grabs a rebound and up with the reverse. Count it.
Woo! One of the sweetest moves of the night right there. Got his teammates off the bench. Takes a lot, that's the first time they all got off the bench and cheered somebody on there, but that was a heck of a move.
Might have been a bucket of the game there.
Yep.
Well, there's a 3 by Cam McDonald, who is starting to get hot from the field. Hyman with it. Engel chatting back to Hyman.
Ooh, what's a walk?
And travel. LaRocca on the entry. Dormicant calls it out. Over to McDonald. Now Dormicant feeds it up to Dasha. Approaching 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Dasha launches the shot. No good. Bellingham rebound. Along the short corner, Randazzo. Fresh shot clock for Bellingham. Dormicant over to McDonald, up for 3, no good. And Engel Chatton collects. Kaufman fires it up to Carson. Carson going to draw contact.
That's a tough call. Richard LaRoche, captain for Bellingham, looked like he got mostly ball there. Again, given the score situation.
4th foul on Rich LaRoche.
Could have maybe let that one go, but that's the compassionate side of me coming out, caring for the opponent who's getting slaughtered tonight. But but no, I'm impressed with Bellingham's spirit, and when you don't have the guns to keep up, they're still playing it out. Appreciate that.
Certainly are. Up for 3,
wow.
And knocking it down is Aiden Daly.
Good shot.
Hyman feeds it over. Calling it out, Carson. Engel chat.
Oh!
It's taken away. Dormicant on a quick break and can't finish. He does draw the foul, however.
Engel Chatton would like to have that pass back. Kind of telegraphed it. Kind of a floater pass there. And Jeremiah Dormicant, only a sophomore, having a good game. Anticipated that well, and
first to 2, no good.
Again, the score differential is significant, but free throws have not helped Bellingham tonight.
On the second, he hits. Taking it up, Hyman.
Oh!
And it's stolen away once again by Dormicant, and he'll draw another foul.
Jeez, 2 steals in a row. The Hillers getting a little complacent on offense. Again, just a couple lazy passes. Coach Keene probably not enjoying those last 2 sequences on offense.
It's going to be the 3rd foul on Hyman. First to 2, no good.
Jeremiah Dormicant, I don't know how much he's come off the court tonight. He's been on there most of the game, and you can tell when the free throws start coming up short, and he hits 1 or 2. The first one was way short. That's just a sign of being a little fatigued out there, but to his credit, he's playing his heart out right to the end.
Hyman gets it over the corner now, up top to Kaufman. Under 3 minutes left now. Over to Smith. Driving along the baseline, and he gets a bucket.
Alex Smith gets his teammates off the bench for that move. Really sweet. Little French pastry. Didn't use the backboard. Had a nice spin on the ball. Got to roll in for him. Oh, there's a steal. Could be a dunk.
Away, wide open break, and he got it. Matt Kaufman.
Thought we were going to see a dunk there by Kaufman. I don't know if he can dunk or not, but
I think he thought about it.
I was thinking about it from here.
Looked like a little hesitation there, but he laid it in instead.
He got some big eyes there. He was wide open from half court, and he's again. I don't know.
The last thing you want to do is try to make a dunk and get stuffed by the rim because you jumped too late.
Yep. I don't have that problem. In my high school days, I had some pretty good hops, but not for a long time. But I think there's got to be a couple of players on the Hillers who can probably slam it down.
I was more of a three-ball guy. I was pretty good at the three.
Yep.
The bank shot.
Well, I'm dating myself, but when I was in high school, they didn't have a three-point line. So that's unfortunate. My whole, it ruined my basketball career.
Right,
I mean, if they only had a three-point land back then, who knows what could have happened. Yeah. Of course, I'm living in the past here. Just passing some time.
Don't forget, Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Hockey will host Bellingham tomorrow at the New England Sports Center, 8 p.m. face-off. We'll have the game live on HCAM, as well as our YouTube page. Then on Thursday, we have Alpine Skiing at 6:30.
Wow. Don't hear too much about the Alpine Skiing team.
Yeah, it's you'll usually get several schools competing in each event. And they have put together quite the alpine skiing program at Hopkinton High School.
Awesome.
Knocked out of the grasp of Simpson. He's able to recollect. Priscilla. Simpson gets it underneath. And no good on that shot by Daly. Hillers have it. Carson drives in, can't finish. Priscilla with it. 2 minutes and counting left to go. From the elbow, no good. It is a Bellingham rebound, but a misfire on the pass by Daly.
Looks like everyone's getting in the game tonight for the Hillers, which doesn't always happen.
Hillers going to improve to 4-3 on the young season. Bellingham going to fall to 3-8. Carson gets it into the interior. Up and good is Matt Kaufman with his second bucket of the game. Calling it out, McDonald back up to Priscilla. On the wing, Simpson. Priscilla. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Hillers get it back, taken away by Carson.
Ooh, lost a walk.
Hand it off to Iannelli. We've hit the 1 minute mark. Hyman driving in. Count it.
Some really slick moves tonight in this fourth quarter. Hillers making some tough. Oh, there's a kick.
Yeah, it was all about getting to the hoop for the Hillers. Not too many of the outside shots, but it certainly worked. Hyman. Yes.
Starting to pile it on here. 30-point lead, 32-point lead for the Hillers, 27 seconds left.
McDonald with it.
You know, the Hillers who are playing right now, they haven't been in the game, many of them, and they're not going to mail it in. They're looking to get their points.
I'd say just about anybody on this roster has been seen in the game at some point in a close situation as well. That's how confident Coach Keene is in his roster. And that's going to do it. The Hopkinton Hillers take down the Blackhawks of Bellingham 72-42. A dominant win today by the Hillers. And a nice tune-up for a big stretch ahead for Hopkinton. And they are now 4-3 on the season in the midst of the season. Good win tonight.
It's great win. I'm looking at your scorebook, which is very impressive. Impressive in that a whole bunch of Hillers scored tonight. It was just spread around really beautifully. Sam Pantera had a streak where Bellingham couldn't stop him. Marizimi got hot for a while. Alex Smith at the end. Nate Casper had a good run there for a while, but I can go on and on. But collectively, a really great team win. And congrats to Bellingham, too. They played their hearts out. And we want to give a quick shout-out to the HCAM crew, and I'll send it back to you in a minute. But I'm impressed by Rowan Scott, the sophomore director here. I don't know. He's keeping us all together. I don't know how he's doing that, but he is. Cameras by John Ritz, Andy Ritz, and Mary Arnott, and Mike Tarosian producing. And it's a fun game tonight, Tom. And I think the Hillers, that was a good stretch. Good stretch ahead. They got some good momentum going after tonight's win.
Absolutely. For our HCAM crew, my broadcast partner Steve Spector, I'm Tom Nappy. The final score for the final time, Hopkinton over Bellingham, 72-42. We thank you all for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.